Hello and welcome to the Royal Road School of Carmelite Prayer. A link to the Praying with Teresa of Avila website has been provided below to enable you to find the catalog of offerings on this channel and the notes of today's presentation, Spiritual Testimonies 39 through 43 by St. Teresa of Avila. Testimony 39. Establishing a Feast of Our Lady, Seville, August the 9th, 1575. On the vigil of St. Lawrence, just after receiving communion, my mental faculties were so distracted, I began to envy those living in deserts. They do not hear or see anything and are free of this wandering mind. I heard, "You are greatly mistaken, daughter. Rather, the temptations of the devil there are stronger. Be patient, for as long as you live, a wandering mind cannot be avoided." While in this state, there suddenly came upon me a recollection with an interior light. It seemed I was in another world. My spirit found itself in a delightful forest and garden. It made me think of what was said in the Song of Songs. "Let my beloved come into his garden and eat the fruit of his apple trees." I saw my Eleasus there with a strange beauty. On his head, what seemed to be a garland of precious stones. Many maidens went before him with branches in their hands, singing songs of praise to God. It seemed to me that there was music from small birds and angels in which my soul rejoiced. There was no other man there. I was told he deserved to be among you, and this whole festival you see will be had on the day when the feast in praise of my mother will be established, and hurry if you wish to be where he is. This vision lasted more than an hour and a half. It was different from other visions. I drew from this a love for Eleasus and a remembrance of him in that beauty. It was impossible that it be the work of my imagination. Testimony 40. God's Omnipresence, probably Seville, second half of 1575. One day I understood how the Lord was present in all things, and how in the soul, and I thought of an example of how a sponge absorbs water. Testimony 41. The Constitutions and the Lord's Law, Seville, August 1575. Since my brothers had come and I owe so much to one of them, I spent time with him discussing what was suited to his soul and to his state. This made me weary and uneasy. Our constitutions tell us we should keep away from relatives. Thinking whether I was obliged to follow them here, the Lord told me, "No, daughter, for your institutions must be in conformity with my law." Indeed, the intention of the constitutions is that there be no attachment to relatives. In my opinion, it tires and wearies me more to converse with them. Testimony 42. Infused knowledge of the Trinity. After receiving communion on the feast of St. Augustine, I understood I'm unable to say how and almost saw it was intellectual and passed quickly, how the three persons of the Blessed Trinity are one. By means of the strangest painting and a very clear light, I was given an understanding different from believing by faith. Today, I was reflecting on how the Son alone could have taken human flesh. The Lord gave me an understanding that although united, they were distinct. These grandeurs make the soul want to be free from the body that hinders their enjoyment. For though it seems our lowliness was not meant to understand anything about them, the soul, without knowing how, receives a great benefit from this understanding, though it only lasts a moment, then from many, many years of meditation. Testimony 43. Renewal of our vows in Our Lady's hands. Seville, September the 8th, 1575. On the feast of the Nativity of Our Lady, I feel special joy. I think it's good for me to renew my vows on this day. One day, while I was about to do so, the Blessed Virgin appeared to me through an illuminative vision. It seems I renewed them in her hands, and this pleased her. This vision remained with me for some days, as though she were next to me, to my left. Amen.